What's going on, everyone? We're here with Nick Ma, recently first place ARG Richmond. Nick, can you tell us about your deck?
Oh yeah, I played Necros, and in our version we played multiple hand traps and also gun gear. We believe that hand traps is the best way to counter the mirror match. Reason being is the Necros mirror is sort of a sequencing deck. So when you play, it's more so like what you're worried about doing, not your opponent. So when you're playing, you're like, all right, how's the best way for me to make Valkyries this turn, hope for some damage, and hope for the best. So when you play a lot of hand traps, your opponent disrupts your opponents in their sequencing. It leaves them in awkward positions and positions they're uncomfortable with normally playing, which you can capitalize on with cards like gun gear. So I'll go through the regular cards. It's the 6 Jews, 2 Colossus, 3 Valkyries. Again, it's the grind one, so you want to play as maximum amount as possible. I played someone in the tournament, they only played 2 Valkyries, and after they told me about it, and I'm like, alright, that's really easy, because when they max C, I can just push through and attack for game. I think they started mid-match too, which is the crazy part. The best one. 2 of these. Trish and then gun gear. The reason I like gun gear a lot is because when you're in the Valkyries cycle, when you're Valkyries on my turn, attack, they Valk, and I trigger you off. If you get off a little bit of damage, say the 37 with the Jew and that, the next play you make can involve gun gear and it'll be game. Like, if people aren't playing this, they're playing the second Trish anyway, so like, like, Trish is cool, but you're not going to Trish as often. I say that because people won't leave a board as often, if that makes sense too. So it's not like I'm not Trishing, it's just they won't leave a Dijin board if they know they're vulnerable to Trish. I'll play the 1 Warrior out. Bull Blader might have been better, I didn't know, I just didn't test it. 2 Shirt, 1 Dijin, and then 3 Effect Veiler, and 2 Maxi. I kind of wish I played the 3rd Maxi. We just put this together. Tej and Timor Council, the whole group put it together. That's the group I play with. We thought this was the best ratio for now, but we're probably going to up this to 3. Veiler was really good the whole time. I played 6 ritual spells, and then 3. And we play, this is the Jin out, this, and then the prep. And 2 traps, we play Breakthrough and Vanity. The reason we play Breakthrough is Effect Veiler is really good, and again, we wanted another effect negation, like our 4th Effect Veiler, so Breakthrough skill is it. This card is exactly what you expect a Breakthrough skill to be. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad though. The only best part about it was I had Valkyries and Trish with Dijin, and then someone summoned DD Warlord and attack, and I had Breakthrough skilled. That was the only time this card was drawn or relevant.
Was there ever a time that you wanted to play more Dijin outs than just the 1 book of Eclipse 1 Raigeki?
I played Rhoda, that's a DD Warrior Lady out. And that came up a lot too. Like, I'm Rhoda for DD Warrior Lady, and they'll just sit on board for a turn. And then they can't handle, so like, they'll just pass again. I think it was fine. I never want to draw multiple Eclipses. I just don't like that card. People got, like, I've never played someone who's very efficient with Book of Eclipse. I've drawn 2 cards before, I've drawn 3 cards before. I made the board and the person just drew and then activated and end a turn. It was really weird.
There's quite a few lists at the top that were playing Solemn Scolding. Was that a card that you guys considered at any time?
So what we learned is we build a deck for how we're comfortable with it, and we thrive on a lot of high interaction plays. Scolding is going against the opposite of what we want to do. It's like the lower interaction, like you float a guy like the Dijin and just hope your opponent can't play anymore. We want to play where your opponent can play, but they can't play the best of their abilities. That's where we're the strongest at. So in all my decks, how I wanted to play, it's the mid to late game where every player has access to every card. If the Jin and Vanny was banned, that would be the best format, period, for things. You learn how to play the best with all your cards, and you learn how to utilize every card, which is what I love about the deck. And Scolding goes against that whole, I guess, like, philosophy.
Makes sense.
I play 101. This card's still really good. This card comes up more than Castell for me still. This is Kongorgan, Abyss Dweller. This is really good. It's like a Giga Brilliant but better. Castell, like Saitan, Direwolf. I still really like Direwolf. Cowboy, one of these. I had 2 of these before, but I cut it down to 1. I realized that if I play this version of the deck, you don't really grind as much in the long to mid game. So when you're Valkyrie cycling, you don't need the 2nd Emerald because you play Gun Gear. So your games, you have a kill switch. 2 of these, the 11 for Gun Gear, and then the 12. This is the out to tower because I don't want an auto lose. And then this is really good because everyone plays Valor now. So if you go 4-4, make him, then make Trish afterward.
Did the Zubaba General ever come up for you?
Oh no, luckily I didn't play any Quill Fourth. I didn't want to play that matchup. So I played 2 more shared rides. It's the same mindset as the hand traps. You want more cards that you can play in your opponent's turn. To use more cards that allow you to play. It's the same with 2 Lancia. This card's really good as well. Kaiku, this was a last minute addition. I just wanted another card for the mirror match that wasn't one of these 2. You only slide this in when your opponent agrees to slide the Jin and Vanity, and throughout the whole tournament it only happened twice. It's the finals and top 8. Aside from that, this is the last card that made me win the whole tournament. I put 8,000 on board very awkwardly. It was like Colossus in attack mode, Trishula, Valkyries, and this is the last bit of damage. He couldn't Valkyries. 3 MST, Danko Seka, Ted Stravetti. He made us all play Danko Seka. He said it was a good card. It's not a bad card, I guess, but I hated it. I wish I played hands instead, but he put this in. Dance Princess, I sided for Shadal. I was scared of Secret Village, realistically. And in top 4, I won because I had 0 cards, and I top deck preparations, and I went Unicore. I grabbed Brio. Brio searched for this, I made a rank 4. So this card did win me a game. 2 Mirror Force. This was in against the Mirror match and also against like Quill Fourth's Teller Knight. In their Mirror match, if you open this, or if you have this with a hand trap or with Lancia or Effect Valor, it becomes really strong because your opponent will start pushing with their boards into face downs. I won game 3 of finals with this because I made an awkward board because my opponent Veilered my Manju, so I'm going to put 78 on board. I made Cowboy, he Veiled the Cowboy, and then I had Valkyries too, and I drew Mirror Force and I set it. When he Trishulated on his turn, he didn't banish Cowboy or my face down, he banished my Valkyries. And when he attacked with his Kongorgan and Trishula, I Mirror Force, that's why I won game 3. And the last 3 cards are Roll Decrease.
Is there anything you'd change after the event, or?
Yeah, I'll probably take out Breakthrough Skill, put him in a 3rd. Maxi, it was really good. I'll probably put hands in my side deck. Even though I won with Danko Seka, it doesn't mean I wouldn't have won with hands in an easier way. I would probably put hands in against Shadal because it just beats up Mistake and Shekinaga is really hard. Aside from that, I think everything else is fine. I really like Gungear still. I know some people aren't too fond of the card, but how I function as a player is I get used to the cards in my deck and learn how to play them the best way. So I guess it's not the best thing to do, but that's what happened. And plus, when that new trap card comes out, lose a turn, this card becomes really good too because he's put them on board and it's destroyed on their turn.
All right, congratulations. Shout outs to Team War Council.
Yeah.
Hope to see more from you in the future, Nick.
Hopefully.